What's going on, people? I was talking to one of my drivers the other day. Well, not one of my drivers, one of the guys that might come on over here with Snyder. And he was going back and forth. We were talking about the truck note stuff. And he got some major concerns. Like when I got my truck was $147,000. So some of these newer trucks are $157,000. And every $1,000 is an extra $100 that you got to pay. So you kind of look at it like that. So it's $10,000 more than me. He's gonna pay an extra $100 more every time he make a payment. Keep that in mind now. So if I was paying $740, he's gonna have to pay $840. And you can make that. You can do that because I did it, and my cousin really did it. And because he got behind because he had some issues with his DEF. He had an older truck. He had some issues. And then he started taking out the extra $100 so he could pay back the loan that he had to get his truck fixed. And he made it. Paying the $8 something a month. $8 something a week that he was paying. And he's the sole proprietor in his household, and he got to pay child support. So he got to pay over I think $700 in child support. And he still was able to make his $8 something a week payment, and his wife wasn't working, and they got 2 new cars. So he had a lot on his plate, and he still made it. And like once he got back rolling again, once his truck got back up, he was stressing at first, but once he started rolling, his money started coming back in, and he got caught back up on everything. He told him he was gonna get it taken back down. He said, "No, what? I'm gonna just go ahead and leave it where it is, so I'll pay my truck off faster." So that can be done. The thing I don't like about the new way they're doing it is, and I just got to be honest with the drivers, man. Y'all gonna have to be better than me. You're gonna have to dig a little bit deeper. I was kind of out here. If y'all watch some of my videos, I be wilding. I do a lot of stuff. I be in different cities partying, and so what I mean by y'all gonna have to be better than me, y'all gonna have to be a little bit more disciplined than me. Last year I probably gave away about over 10 grand doing stuff for people. So if you ain't no giving person like me, if you ain't no person that's trying to always go to the different cities to party and shit with your family and your friends, you'll be alright. But I know my situation is a little different than everybody else. I'm saying my pickup truck paid off, house paid off, so I got a little. I can have fun. But if that wasn't the case, I'm seeing with my cousin, house not paid off, 2 cars, and child support. He's still making it. But the thing I don't like about what they just did, and one of my drivers, dude out of Virginia, he told me about it, and I'm like, why are they doing that? So I asked her, my finance person today, I said, so the new drivers coming on, we normally had 1 driver review. After you get your driver review, if you decide to keep your truck, they stop taking your maintenance account out. You had to do it. You had to manage it on your own. All right, but let's stay on my cousin. Let's use my cousin. When my cousin had a major problem, his maintenance account, once he got his money, he did whatever he wanted to do with it. So once he had a major problem, he could not fix his truck. He needed Snyder to help him fix his truck, and he had to take out a loan to get his truck back rolling. So maybe they had a few guys like this, and they said, you know what, we're going to extend the period where your maintenance account goes longer. Because now our maintenance account used to go for 2 years. Now our maintenance account goes for 3 years. So you pay your truck off in a year, in 4.5 years. So now I know with me, since I don't have to pay my maintenance account, I got enough money in my maintenance account where if something go wrong, I got the money. So I don't have to run as hard if I don't want to. Like since Thanksgiving, the Christmas, New Year's, and now again this week right here, I'm not running that hard because I want to be home to watch. We hang out with my homeboy. We watching the Georgia championship game. So I pretty much done did everything I want to do this year. But me not having to pay that extra $130 a week, that's $540 a month, I think. I could be wrong. I think that's $540. But that $540 can be a difference maker when you trying to pay car insurance and different things like that, house insurance, if you're not running that hard. Now, if you're running hard, no problem. What I mean by running hard, if you're doing like 2,600 miles a week, no problem. If you want the kind of people that want to only do 2,100 miles a week, that'll be an issue. It'll be an issue. Especially if you don't know how to pick good loads, it's paying over $2 a mile. If you run a whole bunch of loads paying like $1.40, $1.30, and $1.25, and you only doing 1,800 miles, paying an extra $100 and $230 a week, that can be an issue. So now, if you want them cash, you know you're gonna get out and run, and you're gonna kind of pretty much gross 34 to 4,000 every week. You ain't got no worries. You still good money. And like that's how I was when I first started. But once I got my cush, I was like, you know what? I ain't running hard. Like I don't got to. I still run harder than most guys, but I don't run hard like I used to. Let me make that clear. Like I used to try to hit $5,000 every time I left out the house. If I didn't gross $5,000, I was mad. Grossing $5,000 after everything comes out, you normally walk away around about like 32, 31, or 29, depending on what kind of fuel you're burning. But yeah, that's my thing right there, people. Y'all can do it, but you got to be disciplined, and you got to understand it's a 3-year maintenance plan. Now, the thing about your 3-year maintenance plan, you should get a check about $15,000. If not $15,000, because you're gonna have to get your tires, some new tires around that time. You should still get like a $10,000 check after them 3 years is up. I mean, you might even get like it might be about 15 if you play it right. If you play everything right, you might get a $15,000 check after your 3 years once you get your maintenance account released to you. But even though you get that money, you got to still kind of save half of that for if your truck break down, and you need to get your credit straight. And so if you ever have a breakdown, you got credit cards and stuff too that with that 0% interest for a year, that saves you. Y'all got to understand that. But yeah, man, I'm out of here, y'all. I just want to let y'all know that. Hit me up. And I know I've been late getting back to some of you guys. Been doing a lot this week with the snow and all this kind of stuff, but I will be calling y'all. All right, out.